Whoa. We already got lots of people up in here.
Echo.
Ooh, I know. I hear the echo. I gotta get my headphones going. Ooh.
Hi. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
So what's happening, y'all? Hope everybody's doing good on this fine Monday evening.
February 1st. February 1st. My birthday.
Beginning of a new month.
A lot of things happening for me this month.
Oh, sheesh, you got a whole bunch. Already got 40 people up in here. What the heck? I guess y'all want to learn how to balance some stuff today, huh?
You want to make your money sound like shit, you come to the right place.
Yeah, it sound like all of Nate's planes would sound like crap. Oh, wait, no, that's right, because I balanced everything almost.
No, you didn't.
A lot of your stuff, yeah. Well, with the exception of the two that you've got, the new ones. The new stuff from Motion's been balanced out of the box.
The only two planes I've got I've got three fans in here that you balanced. The 104, that 35, because that's the 35 is one that blew up in the 16. The 104 was your fan, and then my F-22.
Yep. See, so all that's still three though. That's lots.
All of these though.
That's lots.
They're really good. You know, the Nine Blade. All of these. You know, pieces of shit got the Nine Blade.
So what's up? So we went from like 40 something to 38. The numbers are bouncing around. Let's see what it's at now. I'm seeing 38 still, so that's cool.
What's up, but, RC Informer, what's up, guys? Everybody?
Thank y'all for coming in. Let me do a little quick roll call just so I can see who all showed up. Before I even got this thing fired up, I saw there's like 68 messages in the chat. So thank you guys for coming in. Just getting started already. Mr. George Watts was number one. I think he was. Let me see. Let me go back to the other one.
Ken Sprout.
A whole bunch of people. David Snyder, Mike Bird, Thomas Milano, David Snyder. I already said David Snyder. GB Linden, Jeff and Laura, Alabama. Pilot Jerry. I say George Watts, Alan Gentry, Nathaniel Pulling. Pilot Jerry RC, C Mafia, who is one of my members. Thank you very much. Bill Shepard. I'm making any repeats. Sorry. There's Victor Shamulus. What's up, Victor? Hope you guys are doing good. Did I say GB Linden already? If not, I'm saying GB Linden. Andy Cho, what's happening, my friend? Jet Tech Don, Mickey BRC. Tug Hill RC. There's a few people that haven't been here before, so thank you guys for coming and hanging out. EQRC, what's happening? Nick's RC. Chris Mitchell, Olin's RC. Lots of people. Barry Campbell. Skip Built RC's here. So cool. Thank you guys for coming. I'll be sure to shout people out here and there. Joe Valdez, what's up? Nathaniel Morgan. The RC Air Marshal made it in. RC Informer. I know Nate already said it, but I see you now. RC Informer, what's up? Cool. Lots of people. I will keep shouting people out as they show up. So anyway, what is up? How's everybody doing? Having a mild allergy attack myself, but I'm doped up at the moment, so I'm okay.
Imagine.
But let's. Yeah, with all the wind, it's been crazy. So let's do what we normally do. Since this is the beginning of the show, any questions? Anybody got questions they want to ask? They want answered. Even if it's on the topic of today, which is going to be about balancing EDFs. Anybody's got any questions? Now's the time because I'm paying attention to the chat.
Nick's RC got a question. What breaks down epoxy? Anything?
That's actually a good question. It's been a while since I've used that. Denatured alcohol. We'll do that. It takes time, but it will work.
David Martin Graff.
Oh, there's a super chat? Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you very much. David Martin Graff, much appreciated. Let's see, anybody else?
John VH, what's up, man?
John VHRC, what's up? The meaning of life, I can't help you with that because I ain't figured that out yet. For me, it's RC. Don't ever stop the RC. It helps me. Keeps me from going crazy.
This is my life.
Keeps me from going
bunch of toy planes.
Yeah.
Bunch of flying pieces of foam.
Yeah, RC Informer's right. It's alcohol. I've heard specifically denatured alcohol, and that's what I've used in the past too. Network.
52 people now. Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. Guys, I've been shipping stuff out regularly, but I haven't totally gotten to absolutely everything yet, but I will soon. So give me time. I'm a one-man show. My wife has been helping a little bit, but I've been kind of busy. I got a regular job too, so.
How bad did you look at the 104?
I haven't even messed with it yet. I'm just pissed. It's been somebody jumped up and down on it, literally. So.
You sent me that while I was flying. I was like in the air when you sent me that.
Yeah, I didn't realize you guys were doing a night flight. I saw the picture right after I sent it to you.
Yeah, and I like glanced at my watch and he said, "So much for that." And I'm like, "Oh great, what did he do?"
Yeah. So it's.
What's that?
We'll have to take a look and see.
You should do that on the show. That'd be good comedy. See how bad.
I got to file a claim too, most likely. I mean, if it's okay inside, there's no way it's okay because everything's like smushed.
There's footprints on the box
all around it. So
he must have been like in the truck, and somebody just must have like walked on top of it or something.
Yeah. So Jermaine Spencer, what's up? So let me see. Anybody else got questions? Because that's the main thing. I want to see if anyone has. There's 60 people. Sheesh. You guys are killing it today. So any questions? Anybody ask a question before we get started? Because I have some stuff to do for y'all, and I'm actually going to start all from scratch. I'm not even going to have anything set up. I'm going to do it here all on the screen so you guys can see. Let me go back down and see here.
Yeah, Alan, it was windy, and actually just like an hour ago we got like just a touch of rain, and then we're going to get some rain overnight.
Yeah, we got rain coming at like 9 tonight, 9 to 10 tonight.
10. Yeah. And then all tomorrow. Yeah, all tomorrow. Rain.
What's up, Hamilton? So I'll be inside working tomorrow. Sea Mafia, no, you haven't heard about shipping because I haven't done anything yet, but I will contact you before I do because I did see what you said.
I've got some new toys coming too. I'm excited. 2 new things. That was unplanned. But 2 things.
Thanks for spamming the links, Mr. RCR Marshall. Because there are a lot of people here, and I think that had something to do with you, my friend.
I think you need to answer Bill Shepherd's question.
Bill Shepherd's question is what? Oh God, don't ask that crap. I'm gonna have to put the little Bernie thing of him sitting there in his
Jet Tech Dawn. It's the stock Navy scheme is what it comes with. Nomenclature and shiz. Yeah.
That thing's pretty cool too.
It's just it's just the stock Navy that the plane comes with.
Pilot Jerry, that is a very good question. Do you have to balance fans after installing the fiery booty? What I would suggest is that you balance it if it needs it before you put a fiery booty in, because it will destroy it eventually. If it's out of balance, it's going to shake all the circuitry inside and just destroy it. How do I know? Because I've done it.
Your MiG-21 with that old FMS.
It just blew everything apart. It was bad. So if you want to learn how to do it, we're going to have it set up here today in a little bit, and I'll show you guys how I do it. So what?
What'd you do to your A4, Jay? The F4 looks better with ordnance. If you're talking about this is an A4, but F4 does look cool. Speaking of which, F4 is on the topic. You see, I did some rearranging of some airplanes because, quite frankly, I have no fucking space anymore. But I have this 4-spot now. So, my buddy Mike and buddy Angelo, they just acquired some free-wing F4s. And I saw Mike's. Mike's was cool, but then Angelo's, I got to fly it because the Maiden, it was actually kind of funny because the battery was placed in the wrong spot. I see Angelo in the chat, Angelo. And I got to fly Angelo's, and I'm like, ooh. So I clicked the button on that plane, and it's going to be here Thursday. So, yeah. Got a Freewing F4 coming Thursday. Then, also, I looked at Hobby Zone at the Focke-Wulf, because, I mean, I ordered my Focke-Wulf through Verizon, but Hobby Zone, says the dates. And the Focke-Wulf said February 1st. I'm like, oh, shit. So,
chill, mate.
Also, I got the Focke-Wulf shipping too, so I'll have that too.
You're not gonna know what to do with yourself. You're not gonna be able to build my planes either. What the hell? Hamilton, so you upgraded your A4 to the Inrunner. Nice. That's gonna make a big.
The 12 or the 9.
Make a big difference. Either one will make a big difference.
Jay, the Griffin is about the same length, most 90s. Yeah, the Griffin's big. Griffin is big.
Both the Griffin and that MiG-21, they're both.
Yeah, the MiG's actually longer. The MiG-21, even without that stupid pitot tube on the front, is longer than the Griffin. The Griffin's big though.
Yeah, that's a big plane.
The Griffin has more wing than the MiG. Although I don't know what plane can beat that thing. That MiG is like, it's just its own world of incredible.
Angelo, I wish I wasn't holding my radio because I for sure would have grabbed that plane. If I didn't have my radio in front of me, I would have grabbed it. Because it was not going that fast. I could have grabbed it easy.
Rest in peace, Angelo's F4 and Mike's F4, bro. 2 F4s.
The same day.
The same day. Plump.
Oh, we got the 12 blade, so that's gonna scream. It's gonna scream.
Just make sure if you put the Freewing 12 blade, just make sure if you already fly your battery pretty far forward, make sure it's definitely further forward because the 12 blade is heavy. 12 blade is heavy.
It's all metal.
The 9, I'm glad they switched to a 9 blade in this. The 9 blade's like super light. So yeah, just if you're flying like a 5000, just put it all the way forward because that 12 blade is going to add tail weight for sure. And the A4, it's a very stable platform until you get it tail heavy, then you're fucked.
Then it's just all over the place. It's no good.
I did that one thing Saturday. Dude, you see how slow it landed? I didn't even think I could land it that slow. I was like, let me just see how slow I could get this thing.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, RC International. This the F5 and the Mirage are small for 80.
They're 70s.
So, yeah, they're basically 70s. So
yeah, Che, I fly mine with a HRB 5000 all the way forward, and I put the 6000 like an inch, half an inch, 3/4 of an inch further back. Because the Inrunner, the Inrunner 9 blade is about the same weight as the 1850 12 blade, but the 1857 12 blade is definitely got some extra weight to it because it's all metal.
Yep.
So just make sure you put your battery pretty much all the way forward.
Mickey BRC, it's already fast with an Inrunner in it, so I don't know what the hell it would do with the freaking turbine in there.
It's like fitting a damn fuel tank in an F5, and that thing's small.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of room, but mine's already well over 150. So
now you should put a turbine on it and make the thing spontaneously combust in the air.
I don't need anything else. Chances are it's going to blow apart sometime soon anyway.
Oh man, I can't wait for that day when that F5 just gives up on life.
I'll be more upset about the fan than anything. I don't want the fan to get messed up. What's up, Dave's RC? What's happening, man? Thank you for coming by to see what the hell we're doing over here on the West Coast. So I don't see many more questions. If you all got any more questions, shoot them out there. Otherwise, we're going to get started on the balancing, if you don't mind. So then y'all can see what. Let's give you a little teaser of what we got here. Added into the stream. We'll be working on that right here.
That looks like an 1850.
It is. This is Mike's. And this is from one of the prototype burners that I put together for him a while ago. It was on there hella crooked, so I had to take it off.
That was the one that Mike put in his Viper. That was like the first.
Yeah, and it was all off to the side.
I remember when he put it on for the first time at the field, he didn't glue it, and he ran it up, and it blew off the back.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? He's like shit in his pants.
No, so I'll put a new burner on there.
Marius, MiG-29.
So yeah, so that's.
You can barely see it, but there's a MiG sitting there.
That's what we're gonna be working on here, and I got a new New adapter to go on there for them. And a burner.
Fiery booty.
We'll do all that a little later, but that's what we're going to be working on. Got all the tools here set up. I had to pull this thing apart because the reason why it was out of balance because all the screws are loose.
Whoops.
So that's part of it.
Now that's because it was in a Viper, an E-Flight. You know, they love to do these things. You know, they take the fan from FMS, rip it apart, put their name on it, but then they put it back together all.
Yeah. So then it was loose. Everything was loose. I'm like, oh man, I hope nothing's broken in there. So I got started. I pulled it apart. I pulled the whole thing apart.
Air Marshal, I don't know if that's my secret, but sure.
But yeah. So, what else oh, you're 104. Did you already show everybody your 104?
What about it?
I'm just asking if you showed them.
We'd love seen that shit. You want me to grab it?
Because I need to go dark for a few seconds because I gotta move some stuff around. But I know you like to talk about your own stuff.
It's right here. You got it? No, you can't see it. My bad.
I can kind of see it, but here. Go ahead.
How you do?
Go ahead and do your solo thing.
There it is. You want to see some 104? And there's its brother. His brother F-35. You know, two badass 70s. Two bad. Those are the F-16 is cool, but the F-16 is cool, but the Arctic camo, the white is not painted. So the 35 and the 104 are the two. Well, the 104 out of the box isn't great with the old fan and the old shitty gear, but mine with the metal landing gear from the F-16 and the F-35 power system. Floats in snow, hell yeah. What's up, Zane? Hell yeah, Dave. Dude, this thing's sick. This is, honestly, this is going to be my favorite plane probably forever because this thing is awesome, the MiG-21, but the A4 is like the closest second if, yeah. This thing is sweet. This thing is absolutely awesome. It tracks well. It holds its line well. It's fast as shit with the in-runner. And it's a lot stabler. Well, it's very stable if you set it up right. It's the easiest airplane to fly if you set it up right.
If it's set up right. That's the main thing.
Too much throw or tail heavy, it's going to fly like shit.
No good. No good.
John BH, for the price, if you're comparing the price compared to what you're getting, well, a T-33 is great because it's got full coverage gear doors, but the T-33 for $400, I wish it had lights. This doesn't have lights, but then it also doesn't have like gear doors, and this is $20 cheaper. So if I had, after owning both, I don't have my T-33 anymore. I sent that off. I sent that off to a new owner. If I had to get them again, I'd totally get this. Besides, I think the A4 just looks cooler. Yeah, Andy Cho, the F-35 is great, but dial the ailerons.
Way down.
Way
down.
You can leave your elevator at close to 100%, but I think my ailerons are at like 40%.
Mine are around 40 to 45. The elevator, you got to be careful too. If you use too much, it'll flip.
Oh yeah.
But,
the F-35 flies great, but it's a smaller airplane. It flies with a little bit of weight to it, which if you know how to deal with it, it's not bad. It actually flies really good. But you just got to be careful.
Yep.
And
all right.
Don't expect it to be like the F-16 where you can get it like hella slow. The F-35, you got to land it with the nose up, slow down, but you can't
You can't go crazy slow. All right, so let's get started on this.
Greatest favorite.
It's diet. It's gross. Let's get started on what it is we're going to need for these for this stuff here. So give me a second. I got to switch stuff around. Add to the stream. I'm going to make the screen full here. So this is kind of a menagerie of all the parts.
Yeah, beating Tennessee, it's all preference. You can RC Informer does it all the time about how you can move control horn slots and stuff. Yeah, that works, but goes to a certain extent of like the max you can like move it before you have to start dumbing the rates down.
Yeah, but no, that's actually the right way to do it, which is the way we used to have to do it back in the days. That way you get everything set the right way without having to do anything electronically. It's all done mechanically.
Yeah.
So it starts out the right way. So let me start off with the finished product.
Dave's RC got a quick question. I don't think he's flown his F5 yet. He's wondering what your aileron rates are on your F5.
Those have to be, well, I have different servos now, so it changed. But when it was new and I used the stock servos, they were down to somewhere in the range of 70%. And I don't use rates. I choose one rate, and that's what it is. So somewhere in the range of 70% is what they were originally. They are very effective because they're out on the tips of the wings. Now, the only issue is if you use the wing tanks, I mean the missiles, that slows the roll rate down. So, but yeah, and you wouldn't want to do that if you're on grass because that'll just yank them out. But all right, so we're going to get started with this. So what I'm going to do here is show you the finished product first. This is one that's been balanced. So as you can see here, there's a line here, and then there's also a lot of ink all over this one blade. This is where I was able to find the best the best sound with no weight. So, and actually on this one, I don't think there is any weight added at all because I was just able to move it. I was just able to move the spinner around to get it to work. This is an FMS. Actually, this is an E-Flight. This is from my F4. But this is one of the older ones. They've gotten better since then. They come pretty much balanced out of the box now. But
hey Zane, the way my planes are hung up, it's just when we redid the house, I basically have like these. I don't know what you call them, but they're like, Ray can tell you, he probably know the name. They're basically like a long metal beam, and then I have hooks that like can slide in and out of it.
Oh, you mean unistrut?
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
And then I have like ropes, and then I wrap them actually in shelf liners so they don't dig into the foam. It's not something you can go out and like, well, you can do it, but basically like our contractor did it for when we redid the house, which by the way, Ray, we might be moving stuff.
What?
Uh-huh.
Since when?
There's a house in Hollister.
Oh, damn.
A really nice one in a really nice gated community where my flight instructor lives. So who knows?
Oh, wow. So
you may not be able to do burner DoorDash anymore.
that's what I was going to say. There won't be any more dashing. So, all right, guys. So let's get started. So this is the stuff. This is the stuff that you're going to need, and then if screwdriver as well. Now, if you notice that something else is loose, you're actually going to need a wrench as well to get in there and tighten things up or loosen things first, so that you can get in there with a screwdriver to get it done. But these are the basics. These are the basics that you will need, minus the burp from the ding dong. This is the stuff that you're going to need. You'll need tape, scissors, and a Sharpie. And then another thing that I use, I mean, you can do it in the plane, but the easiest thing to do is to get a servo tester and do it that way, because then you can control it out of the plane. You can do it in the plane, and if you can, that's a better way to do it, because then you'll know for sure how it's going to run up in the plane. So this, like, again, I said I'm going to do this all here so you guys can see. So I haven't tested anything, so we're going to see how this thing runs up. Now, I have to make a disclaimer. This thing's spinning, and it technically is really dangerous to be doing this without gloves on or without glasses on or any of that. I'm going to be really careful today, so don't do what I do. If you do this, use glasses, use gloves.
When you're in Gooniac's land,
No, I mean, I have, okay, so just, this finger's had 6 stitches before, this finger's had 3 stitches. The fingertip on this one's been cut off before. So I'm not perfect.
I've never hurt fingers, but I have dropped a knife into my foot before. That hurt.
Yeah, that's not fun. So the disclaimer is, do not do this without having this properly secured, or with gloves, without having gloves or glasses on. I'm not going to do that right now, but
it was a fresh number 11 blade.
so the good thing is it just went slice and you didn't feel
Well,
it.
I didn't even know. I was building a flight test plane, and I didn't even know until I felt this tinkle on my foot, and I looked down, my foot was covered in blood. And I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
And then I just yanked it out, and I was like, "Ow!"
So we're gonna run this up and see what it sounds like first. I haven't run this up yet, but we're gonna do that right now. Gotta make sure it's going in the right direction, and it is. It's going backwards. So for those of you that don't know, let me get this off the screen. For those of you that don't know, if an ESC is going the wrong way and you have access to the wires, all you have to do is switch 2 of those wires and it will go the direction you want.
Yeah.
Dude, cut it out, for the love of God. What the hell's wrong with you? Shut up. If this was your show, it would be cool. It's not your show. Stop. All right, so now it's going the right way. And this thing is loud as hell.
Yeah, that's making all. Oh man.
Yeah, so look. Don't put anything in front of it, but I'm going to put something near it so you can see.
God, that's terrible.
It's terrible. So we're going to have to get some balancing in. This is not the... What's up, Nerd Steve? This is not one of those where we're just going to be able to...
Yeah, exactly, Chris Mitchell.
What is
exactly. It? He said, bright side, I could have farted. Like, at least...
Yeah, well, don't give him any ideas, man. Stop.
Oh, don't worry. I do that all the time. They're just SBDs.
Well, that's different because nobody knows. So there's nothing on this. We haven't done anything yet. All I did was pull this apart to tighten the motor because the motor was loose, and that was probably where most of that vibration was coming from. And since I wanted to balance it, I didn't mark it because there was nothing in there. Chances are it wasn't balanced anyway. So all we do is we choose a point on the motor. I mean on the rotor. So I just make one mark here. I'm not going to make it crazy heavy because this is just a reference.
The man, let it rip, Nate.
He can let it rip when he runs his own show on Instagram, not on mine. I don't want to hear that mess. I don't want to hear it. So the reason why I say to use a black or blue Sharpie is because the black and blue actually leave a mark on the black where you can see. So you can kind of see it here on the screen. Not all that great, but you can see it. So that way when you are switching between the blades, you can see. So this is the first part. Don't always do this because sometimes they don't sound all that bad.
Oh no, Dave.
Use booty hole. Oh, RC Air Marshal. That's gross. What the hell?
Oh man.
Jay Bartolucci, I saw you. I wanted to let you know I saw you. What's up? Thanks for coming. So let's keep going. So
Dave's RC.
Let's go to this. We know that this is the place that we started. So we're going to be making a couple different marks here, but we're going to do that later. So let's start with this.
Dave's RC.
Let's start with this. So we're going to move. There's all these different positions where we could move the spinner to get better sound. So, there's 12 blades, so that's 12 spots. Or if you go in between, that's all the spots in between as well.
So there's 24 spots you can hit on this thing.
Or more. That's just, the basics if you want to go by basics. The simple stuff, 12 or 24. So we moved it one. Moved it one. Still bad. So what we're basing all this off of is feel and sound. I can feel when one's out of balance. Not everybody can, so that's why I use the table, because then the table will tell you if there's for sure vibration, which you could hear. So hopefully this won't take forever.
Man, Joe.
Go over. So Another one. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with the chat too, but I don't want to.
I don't know if you want to look at the chat right now.
So still pretty bad. Keep on going.
Well, Fred MD, but most of the balancing comes like from the spinner placement, so you can't really get it balanced without the spinner, pretty much. I mean, you can balance the rotor, but the way he's doing it is going pretty much through the spinner itself.
Right. You can do it that way. I prefer not to. I mean, okay, put it this way. Most of the time, I haven't had to. Sometimes you get a rotor.
What's up, John?
Sometimes you get a rotor that's really bad, and you'll need to. But for the most part, you can do almost all of it with the spinner, and that's what I use. Wait a second, I ran out of my light. It came unplugged.
Oh, phone boy.
There we go. So I've already started moving. I'm over to the third one. Still making noise. Let's get a little better. But this is, again, just the baseline. So once we find the better spot, if we don't find a better spot, then we'll just, stay wherever and go from there. And I'll get to the next step.
That's better.
Good. It's getting better. So in this case, if you notice that they're starting to get a little better, just make one little mark like that, so that could be a reference point. Go back to it. John T, what's happening? I meant to show the cool calendar you sent us. My wife really liked that. She thought that was really cool of you. Thank you for big shout out to John T for sending the calendar all the way from New Zealand. Ooh. Hey, that sounds way better.
That's way better.
Yeah, so we're making progress. So let's make another mark there. It's a small mark. And let's get the.
Yeah, Fred, but you can do it that way, but we're about making it simple around here. We're about people.
That's one thing I want to say. There are lots of ways to do this. This is one way. This is only one way. That's why I said it in the title, how to easily balance one, because there are other ways you can do it. But this is the easiest, and it's actually really effective because I've balanced a whole bunch of fans. Angelo can tell you too. I balanced one for him over the weekend. It was probably about 90% there. And I just did this method and I got it absolutely perfect. There's no noise at all. Only noise you heard was the motor. And the motor was balanced from the factory.
I cannot wait for my F4. So excited for that.
All right, so it's getting worse. So what I'm going to do is go back. Yeah, we're almost back to the front. So I can keep going. It's getting worse, though. So I already made those marks. There's 3 spots where it was better.
Yeah, Dave, just tip.
Let's go there.
Ray has no comment.
No, because I'm not paying any attention. The tip. When I hear that, I know where you're going. Let's see.
The tip.
Okay, so move on to another.
Just the tip.
And again, that's why you make those marks on those other blades, so you can get back to where you were.
Just the tip.
Nate, there's a mute button. You know that, right?
Just the tip.
Ooh, yeah, that's getting worse and worse. So chances are this is just going to get worse.
Oh no!
But let's keep going by the. We've only got a couple blades left. The funny thing is, sometimes it's that blade right before the one you started with that ends up being the best. Ooh.
That's a lot of things in life. You have to start somewhere, and then you go through everything, and then all of a sudden, the one that's like right at the end. Oh,
yeah.
F4 is great food, flies good in the air, great air presence. Yeah, I know, BD, Tennessee. I've gotten to fly 2 peoples. Sweet airplane.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
That is absolutely horrendous.
And that's all the way back to the start. So, since I made those marks right here, here, and here, we're going to go try those 3 and see which one of those 3 are actually better. So,
Did you mute me?
no, I should though. No, let's see.
But you did.
No. So let's go back to the 3 that were better. One there.
The tips of my MiG-21 tank just decided to break. So. Not that I fly one, I just throw it.
There. Yeah, that one sounds pretty good. Let's move one over to the other one.
BD Tennessee, I got the Camo 6S High Performance. Because I had the E-Flight F4, it just didn't fly as, like, it flew amazing, but Ray and I were talking about this. It didn't fly like an F4 should, in the sense of, like, it was too easy.
It was too easy to fly. F4 should have a little character that, you have to be careful,
Well,
otherwise it's going to bite you.
Angelo can attest to, how an F4 behaves if you fly it wrong.
Not fly it wrong if you make it put it into a deep stall. Okay,
Which
so
is flying it wrong.
Out of these 3, this one was the best. So that is the mark that we're going to stick with for our baseline. So it was most of the way balanced with that, but we're still going to have to add weight. So this is what, after all that, it's mostly balanced. Sounds pretty good. So what we're going to do now is the other part, which is, I'm going to unplug it because I've got to do some other work.
Man, 80 degrees. Well, you're in New Zealand, John T. You're in summertime.
So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to cut electrical tape into small squares. Does this seem really simple and like almost elementary? Yes, it does. Why? Because that's the way I want to do it. I don't want it to
Ray has only an elementary school education.
And with that, Nate is gone. So we are going to cut this into small squares. And they don't have to be, try your best to get them the right way. So the way that I like to do it, to have these just singles on their own. I'm going to put them here on the battery. Like that. Just as a spot to hold it. Well, maybe that's not the best place. It's going to blend in. But put them in a way where you can get to them. I usually set aside 6. Are you going to shut your face or what, man? Come on now.
I had to, bro. Come on.
Stop it. It's getting irritating. All right, so don't make me turn into the dad again.
Exactly, Barry Campbell. Just don't go start cutting balance leads.
Yeah, don't do that ever. So I usually do 6 of these individual.
You know what the worst part about it is? The fact that the whoever did that, his name was Nate.
His name is Sailor. That's all I need to know.
Nate, good move on the high performance. I had the outrunner at first, bought used, took it out on 15 flights up into the inrunner. Oh yeah, the one Angelo's F4 it's a custom setup, but it's pretty much the exact same motor that the high performance comes with. It's just he has a 12 blade. It's a 36 millimeter 1900 kV motor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when am I gonna have my burner?
Once you stop being a pain in my ass.
It's just a question.
And that was an answer. So do the 6 singles, and then you do this. You do the same thing, but you double it, just to have the ones that you need. A lot of times you'll only need 1, but most of the time I usually start with 2.
Yeah, don't go all G2 on your balance leads.
No. So I usually set aside 6 of the doubles.
Yeah, the new 9 blades are great, BD Tennessee. The sound isn't as awesome, but I don't really care, honestly.
9 blades a good compromise, and it's really good top end. It's basically good all around. It's not really good in any one area. It's good all around.
The static thrust is probably not as good as the 12 blade, but because the
It's
12
for sure not as good.
Because the
But it
12
also
blade
doesn't.
obviously got more bite because it's got more blades.
Right.
But the top end speed on the 9 blade is really good.
Yeah. I haven't tried the 12 blade enough. I asked them, and James got mad at me because I kept asking him over and over if they tried the 12 blade, and he didn't really kind of hear what I was trying to ask because I wanted to know if there was a difference between 12 blade performance and 9 blade performance, but nobody cared to hear, or he just didn't want to hear it. I don't know. He got upset about me asking.
Sounds like
He got mad at me for asking, so I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. I won't bother to ask anymore. But that's why I wanted to know if they tried the 12 blade in the MiG.
Oh, the 29?
29, yeah. Just to know if they tried it, you know. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 2, so I just need 2 more.
I'm gonna put all my planes back now because I'm not gonna be on camera most of this show, so I don't really care.
Yeah, because we're doing the balance. So I doubled them up, so we're on 5. One more. Now we don't necessarily use all of these, but it's good to have them there just in case.
Chris Mitchell, if you got a lot of airplane time, you can definitely fly an F-86.
Yeah, F-86 flies like a warbird.
Oh yeah. Well, kind of.
Except for landing.
Yeah, I was about to say the landing is totally different than a warbird.
Yeah, but it flies like a warbird.
The F-86 is as Pilot Ryan calls it, a full bleed.
Yeah. So
if you land it, if you don't hold it off as long as possible, you're mugs made fun. What?
Dan Bradley got a nasty unbalanced fan from FMS and couldn't get it right, so I grabbed an old one, an old and light spinner with weight, process and bounce perfect. Good. So yeah, it's not hard. I mean, once you figure out how to do this, it's not all that hard. Aviation.
I had an FMS fan that luckily I only had to move the rotor, so I just did it before.
Yeah, a lot of times that's all it is. So let's see. Somebody else asked a question. What do you think the E-Flight? I mean, the free wing F-35 is a good first jet? No, it's not. No. It's probably a good.
It depends on what you. It depends on what you're looking for, like in terms of looks. But the good first couple, if you don't mind sport jets, the
Viper.
FMS, huh?
The Viper.
The E-Fly the E-Fly Viper is good, but the fucking gear trash.
No, yeah, there's what were you gonna say? FMS what?
FMS Hawk, FMS Avanti, Freewing Avanti. Freewing Avanti is great. If you land it on pavement, though, if you land it flat, it's gonna bounce. If you've got airplane time, T-33, F-86 is great. But yeah,
I'd say the best all-around beginner jet if you still want to enjoy it after you've had it, is going to be either the Avanti or the FMS Hawk.
The FMS Hawk is like absolutely insane because if you're new to EDFs, you can learn from it, but if you're advanced, it's just so fun to have.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Man, you just killed all of our ears. It doesn't get tiring. It doesn't get boring.
The only reason I don't have my FMS Hawk is because I basically flew it till it just stopped working. And I flew crap out of it all the time. All the light stuff, like the light controller burned out, and yeah, it was.
All right, so we're gonna get back to the balancing side. So there's all the weights. These are the singles. These are the doubles. I'm just gonna choose a spot. If you're gonna put gear up, mute your volume because
I'm not anymore.
Okay.
I'm putting all my planes away since I'm really not on camera.
Okay. So I'm just gonna choose a spot. Let's get that off of there. So you just choose a spot to start adding tape. I already said the line, but you made the line on the spinner. That's there. And then we're going to add the other stuff, but that's what he said. So that's the line. So let's use this line as a reference, but I'm going to start on the line. just for the hell of it. See what happens. Now, again, this does not need to go fast. It does not need to spin really fast. Just barely above idle. And you can hear it. If you go much faster, you're going to fling that thing off. So let's go to there. Let's turn it. We tried one side. That didn't work. That for sure doesn't work. Moving on to the next. Moving on. Sorry for the snorting, y'all, but I got a little allergy thing going on here, so I'm going to be snorting here and there.
You're snorting what?
That sounds a little better.
Wait, Ray, what are you snorting?
I'm snorting snot because I have an allergy thing going on here. So that sounded a little better. So there's all these areas here where you can.
What kind of nose candy you got?
It's getting any better. That wasn't good. So we're gonna go back.
Ray sells the premium nose candy.
There. So all these spots, there's all these areas there that you can put this thing. So the one in the middle seemed the best, but that still wasn't good enough. So let's go to this one. So I'm going to go back because that didn't sound much better. So I'm going to go back to this one. And I'm going to add a little bit more weight. Let's see what happens.
Don't ever pick your A4 up by its avionics. That's going to end badly.
Because the hub is not attached.
Don't discriminate my hump. Ray likes to discriminate the hump.
All right.
Don't make fun of my hump.
Nope, too much. So we're gonna go back. That was not the spot.
On my airplane.
Are you talking to yourself, man? What the hell? Go back to 2. Maybe it only needs 1. So let's try 1 instead. 1 instead of 2.
Okay, I'll be back, pilot.
Okay. Let's do 1 here. Let's see how that works. That's better, but it's still not as good as it could be. Basically, the way you want it to be is just where there's just a whir. You don't even hear any kind of vibration at all. So I'm going to go back to 2, and I'm going to keep moving around on the rotor. That's still on the 1, so I'm going to put it over here, because I already did that one there. Ooh. That sounds better. Quite a bit better. So now that I see that sounded pretty good, I'm going to move it into 2 possible spots, which is one up to here, in that same area. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm going to move it back, put it out here. This is where you have to worry about it flinging off when it's far back like that. All right, so let's go to the middle. Right here, because the middle sounded the best. Let's add 1 to it.
Hello, comrade.
It's getting worse. So that's a 3. Let's remember that this is 3.
It's good.
Remember that that's 3. I'm going to go back to 1 because we tried 2 and it was a little too much. Let's see if the 1 works. That was pretty close. So this is one of those things where you're going to have to do a lot of back and forth.
Aviation and fun. If you want a 70, the Viper or the FMF Avanti, I'd say the Avanti V3 has got better gear. And it's cool. It's got lights. It's only, I think it's 260. Whereas the Viper,
yeah, it's cheap.
The Viper's like 300. You just get a receiver with the Viper. That's it.
All right, so that sounds good. Yeah, the Avanti is probably one that I always recommend that one. That one's really good. considering what it is, you're getting a lot of plane for the money.
Tug Hill RC. We'll see you later, buddy.
That's really close. So we're getting there. Now, so the thing is, sometimes you have to put weight in more than one place. So you find a good spot, get it as good as you can, and then you start over with this whole process.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're doing the Amazon sale on the FMS line.
Are they still doing it?
Yeah, and they're doing it for the Hawk.
That sounds pretty good. So I'm going to mark this spot because that's pretty good. And that's just one. Make a spot that's easy to remove if I have to.
Yeah, Victor. The F4 flies well. I'm excited to get mine.
So it's a single. Let's try a double again just to see.
FedEx is Thursday.
Where was it?
Yeah, the 70mm Hawk from Freewing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it flies good, but landing it annoying. The thing I love about the FMS Hawk, you can land that thing super slow, or if you land it flat and fast, it's not going to bounce.
Nope.
The Freewing Hawk just bounces down the runway the entire time.
The whole way.
I was going to say something, but I didn't want to make it mad.
All right, so we're getting there. I think that we're already back to the beginning. So there was a spot back here that was good. I think I'm just going to leave one. So one sounded the best.
Definitely look at that FMS launch. That thing's great. I had the V2 and I loved it to death until I flew into a tree.
The V3 is even better because it's got that new fan setup. So it's
got lights and it's got better gear. They're trailing like a set of polio.
Yeah. The others were good, but these are even better.
Shit.
All right, so we found a spot.
God damn it.
What are you cussing about?
I dropped ice cream into my hands.
Well, don't drop ice cream into your hands.
Fuck.
Why don't you get a bowl or something instead of being a dingus?
The people who get an ice cream cone and put it into a bowl of pussies.
Well, don't use a cone in a bowl. Just use a bowl.
I hate ice cream on a spoon.
Okay, so
exactly, Gary asked.
That is the very first spot. So
the Freewing Hawk is trying to land back.
We're gonna have to number. So this is one.
That's funny. I've never heard somebody say it like that, Gary. He said the Freewing Hawk is like trying to land a basketball.
Pretty much. So mark it, guys. Don't forget to mark the number.
That's the same way with the Venom. The Venom's even worse. Or an A10. If you land an A10 flight, it's going to do the A10 death bounce.
God, yeah, that's terrible. Don't even get started on the bouncing on that. All right, so guys, here's an important part. We found one spot. We went through all 12 blades. We found the best one.
Right.
Best bouncing spot at this point. So we're going to take the spinner off and take that weight, which we marked.
Oh, John T, I know how to eat with my hands. Don't worry about that.
So take that off. I'm going to do it off camera, but you got to clean the inside so that you can get it on there. It'll stay. The cool thing about putting them on the inside is that they will stay in there because of centrifugal force.
Yeah,
So,
LJ, that works. No, the Freewing Hawk. I mean, it's annoying to land, but if you know how to land, it's great. But the problem is the Hawk. It's one of those like easier jets to fly, so people that aren't as good as per se. Like if you land the Freewing Hawk right where you like land it tail low and hit the mains first, it's great. But
even when you do that, it will still bounce. Sometimes it will still bounce.
If you're landing.
One thing you're gonna realize as you get older, Nate, you're gonna have to have a little humility, my friend.
Oh, I've been humiliated before. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not saying humiliated. I said humility. So hold on a second. I gotta go honk my horn. I'll be right back.
What? Honk your horn.
Watch Nate eat.
If you want to do that. Yeah, the high performance hawk. But yeah, so the F4 is going to go right there. The 104 and the 35 used to sit on the floor right there, and that it looks small on camera, but it's a pretty big gap. But I moved the 104 and the 35, stood them up, so I put the F4 there, but I don't know where the hell I'm going to put that.
Okay, nobody cares. So we're going back to balancing. So I take this.
I had to talk about something.
I take that and I put it on the inside so they're in the same spot. Make sure they're on the same spot. Then we put them back. Use the main reference line.
Thank you.
Original line here.
I do my best, Andy.
The one thing I forgot to do, which I'm going to do right now, is make that blade full black so you can get back to it easily.
All right, Ryan, what's up?
What's up, all right?
Yeah,
What is happening, Mr.
I've seen that. It looks good. The China only Mustang is green. I like that. Now,
All right.
China only, I have one. I have the blue one sitting above my head. I'll be right back.
So we're going to have to mark that. One thing we want to do is mark that one blade so that you can always get back to it pretty easily. And remember, that's the main one. I hope that was the right one. Was it the right one? Yes, it was. I think. I guess we're going to have to find out.
Hey, Bobby, look.
Nope, that was not it.
I fly Spectrum Smart, so I'll probably do 4,000 unless you guys think it's too nose heavy. For the FMS Avanti, you could fly that thing on 5,000s.
Wasn't it? Which one did I do?
If you have the Spectrum 5030 Cs, those will easily work.
Is it the other one?
I have two of the Spectrum 5030 Cs, and I fly those in my little F104, my 35, and my A6. Those
I just screwed up because I lost my reference point. So I don't remember
how to easily balance a fan, guys.
So let's see here. What did I do? Is that mark? Is that mark? Not easy to mark. Not easy to do this when you got somebody chirping in the back of your head the whole damn time. So let's try this again. Where did I put it? Yep, I screwed up. So I should have made a mark sooner. So that you could see where it was that I was. No, I'm totally off. Totally off. Don't know what the hell I did. I should have marked that before I did any of this. So I have this reference point in the wrong place. I'm going to have to move it all around. That's nothing wrong with having a learning experience here for everybody to see. So I'll go back around. Oh, wait, no, the spinner's off center. Go back one. So it's not hard to do this. Problem is, I didn't make the proper reference, so that was all my fault. One of the first things you're supposed to do is, once you find that right spot, you're supposed to mark it so that you can always get back to it. And number one flub. I'm getting back to it because I had everything else right. So it's just a matter of finding my original reference and it'll be good. You guys get to see it all happen live. Yeah, we're getting back. We're almost back. All right. So then I'll get something to wipe that off because that was the wrong reference point. we'll get back to the right one. Yep, there we go. That's it. So you get to see. So it's not the end of the world if you make a mistake. You can go back and find it. That's a good thing about having a line and having a reference. It helps you. So I'll put that there. So that's getting worse. So let's go back to this one. And that is the one we're going to use. So this other spot is wrong. So I've got some alcohol. Yes, it's a pink bottle. Don't freak out. It's a pink bottle. Hold on, I'll be back. So I've got some alcohol here, and I see that line is the one I'm going to use. So let me get this stuff off. Recommend alcohol. Alcohol, we got all that off. Okay, so that's cleaned. And then this is the one we're going to use. This is the right one. You guys got to see the flub. Let's try not to do that again. This is the proper reference. All right, let's see if El Cornholio will quit running his bunghole mouth. Oh no, he's still doing other stuff, so I guess he's going to stay there. He's trying to do the I'll be pilot crap. So, let's see. Okay, so we got it. We got it working. So now it's back. Put the I will be pilot crap down. Are you done, Dingus?
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, no, be quiet. We're trying to hear. So now that we've got our reference back,
Hello, Cornholio.
most of the way. So we put all the weight on the inside.
It's out of whack.
Dude, what the heck?
What?
Let me talk. Quit running your mouth. So that's number one. We're still going to have to do more because it's still not totally right. It's close.
It's very close.
Very close. So we're going to start on another spot. I'm just going to use one.
Did you see that yesterday?
See what? What is it? What are we looking at?
That was at the airport sunset last night.
Yes, I did. And you guys took one in the air too, right?
No, well, we didn't get up in time to see that in the air, but it was beautiful. And like I had
show it again.
No, this was California sunset last night, y'all, and we went flying last night. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was cool. I got one here at the house too. All right, back to this. So let's get another piece of tape and start again. Ooh, that's actually really good. Actually really good. So I'm going to move all the possible places. There's 3 spots there on that one blade. Pretty close.
Hey, Ray, can you pop up my screen again real quick?
I'm in the middle of trying to balance a fan, which is what the topic of the show is, remember?
No, just I want to show this thing real quick. Right when you're done with that. Uh-oh. Ooh, that sounds good.
It's getting better. So let's go over again. My hands are busy, I'm sorry. Over here. Oh, that sounds worse. Okay, so what are we looking at? What? Whose is that, Mike's?
That's Mike's.
Ouch.
Mike was so mad.
It just did it to itself. It wasn't even him.
It wasn't even his fault. That's the worst part about it.
No.
It just spontaneously combusted on takeoff.
getting close, so I think I'm going to add one more to that. See if that does it. Nope, that's not it.
That ain't it, Chief.
Yeah. That ain't it either.
That ain't it.
So I know 2 may or may not be it. Let's try 2 up here. Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope. I think it's going to have to be 1. Let's stick with 1. Nope. It's taking a little time, y'all. We gonna get there. Still a little buzz. Let's just keep on going down the line. Nope. Move 1 up. There. It's a tedious process at times. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's not. But
That was like my F-22 fan.
Yeah, we're fine tuning at the moment though, so we already got 1 spot, which is good. We'll just keep on going. We might even have to do 3 on this one, but we'll see. Yeah. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'll go back to that other spot that was good, and then we'll have to start over again. So let's see. Go another one over.
Oh, man.
That's not bad.
Jesus, that thing's huge.
Not all that bad, so make a mark there. Yeah, and this sometimes happens. See how they're kind of all in the same spot? So let's do that there. I'll move that here first.
You see that Cessna 185 for sale?
Yes, I did. The one that was pretty expensive.
It's nice though, 300 horse.
Like 185,000.
Yeah, expensive.
But it's nice.
But it's got 300 horsepower engine. Only if it had big bush wheels and better avionics.
Yeah, but you can't use all that 300 horsepower other than just for taking off. What do those things cruise at?
I don't fucking know.
You're the pilot.
I pilot. Our 172 at Lean and Peak cruises at like 110 indicated.
Yeah, but those will cruise at least 150, right?
Not 150. I'd say like 120, 130. They're 6 seats and you can fly them anywhere. The 185 is basically a 182 that it's a tail dragger.
Yeah.
It's a family station wagon. The 182 is a family station wagon, but you can't land it anywhere. The 185 with big wheels is a family station wagon that you can land anywhere.
Literally anywhere.
All right. Dana's RC, you're not going to find that on this channel.
What's he asking?
He said, "Can you hear what a good fan sounds like?"
Nate, you're just trying to get kicked off, aren't you? You want to hear a good one? You need to run up one of the fans I balanced for you,
or just run up one of my newest planes. Actually, here I'll do the 104 because that's been balanced by you.
Yes.
And that's the one that was in your 35.
Yes, but we're getting there. The whole point is to do this in a way where you can see how it's done. We're getting there.
Sorry, I just had, my Tourette's down.
We know you've got RC Tourette's. We know.
I don't actually have Tourette's. I'm just being an idiot.
Gear up, flat up, no brakes, gyro initialized.
Yeah, it's probably going to be more than one. Ooh, there we go. That's almost it.
Gonna hear what a good fan sounds like, y'all?
And yes, that was balanced by me.
Give me the screen so people can see what I'm doing. This is what a good fan sounds like.
In that case, you're only hearing the motor as the little bit of buzz. Ooh, there we go. Okay, and just like that, this one has found its sweet spot. So
that the F-104 has, I think, beside the MiG-17, I think the 104 makes the coolest sound when it's flying.
yeah, because it has that roar.
Well, because the cheaters on it is just two holes.
And they make a really cool sound.
It's not a vent; it's just holes. It's like the 35.
So there's the other mark, and see it's overlapping with the one that's there. So listen, guys, just like what you just heard with Nate's, there's no difference between hearing it up here or on the table. That's perfect.
But yeah, you can see how it is. You see how that is? It's just holes.
Hold on. Look now. Yeah. So it makes that really cool sound, and it's not aerodynamic holes either, so they make it really cool.
Well, and you get a little bit through the gear wells because there's holes where the gear go that are in the intake. Dude, this thing, you guys, if you're willing to put a little bit of work into an airplane, this 104 is absolutely awesome. Rest in peace to my left tip tank. My left gear just decided to have to work one place.
Oops.
It's like your 35 because these gear were abused before they went in this plane. So like sometimes they just like, nah, I'm not gonna deploy. You guys just flip it a couple times. Like, it's when I land too fast because when I put the metal ones in here, these struts are just a hair longer, so I had to kind of carve things out. And I'll admit when they close, it's a little tight. So if you're going with too much speed, the air resistance plus the friction will just keep them in. The nose is easy. Well, luckily these were longer, but the nose tire on the F-16 gear is a lot bigger, so the plane sits nose up, and you see it take off. It takes off easily.
Just goes up.
I thought it was gonna be like the 35, but you kind of got to yank it.
So there's the mark number 2. I made the number 2 mark on that, and it's a little overlap. So use a screwdriver to get it in there. So it's got to go right there. A little overlap.
Angelo's got an F-18, a 2100 kV that he needs to balance.
Well, if he's watching this, you can hear over Nate running his mouth. You'll be able to see what to do.
You asked me to run up a fan. Be quiet.
I know, but you know what being quiet is? That. So let's get this thing back together. Put that on. Hate having to do dad duty, but he starts acting like a kid, like my RC stepson. I gotta make him shut his mouth. Let's get that out. Get that there. There we go. So I'm gonna screw that in place. So I'm snotting over here. That's in its spot right there. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, so I moved everything in. It's El Senor Dingus, so you're going to shut your mouth?
Well, Andy had a good question. I was going to answer, and then you knocked me out.
Because you're doing dumb shit. No, be quiet. Jesus. I'm trying to talk, and you're talking over me. It doesn't work.
Andy's show, it's not when you change a fan from like a stock fan to a different fan. It's if the fan's out of balance or if like you take a fan, you have to take it apart. When you take a fan apart, you have to put it back together in a certain way.
All right, so who was it that was saying that they wanted to hear what a balanced fan sounded like?
They heard it.
Because that one was balanced by me that you heard from Nate, but this one was just balanced right now.
Well, that's what it'll sound like kind of in a plane.
So yeah.
There's
Well,
a
that's why you use the table, because the table is going to do the same thing that the plane would with the resonance.
with the foam.
So going to run it up a little more because I made the marks here. I put the tape on the inside of these marks.
Alan,
Then, dude, shut up. Hold on, I'm
oh
talking.
my god!
I'm trying to talk.
I was
Be
going to
quiet.
say about what Alan Gentry
Be
said.
quiet. That's great, but I'm talking. You don't talk over people.
You weren't talking.
Hold
I
on.
started talking. Be quiet.
God dang it, Nate. Okay, so you want to hear what a good one sounds like? This is it. There's no vibration at all. When you have it off the table or put it on the table, you can't tell the difference. And when you put the tape on the inside, as it spins, the tape's just plastering itself more to the outside. So if it was on the outside, it would go flying off, especially when it's further back here, because that's what's spinning the fastest. But with it on the inside, it's never going to come off. If you clean it out like you're supposed to, it for sure won't come off. So if it's sitting like this in the plane or off to the side, whatever, it won't come off. And that's another reason why you use the high quality Scotch 3M stuff, because this stuff will stick and will not come off unless you pull it off. And it's so well made until it's almost always going to be the same consistency throughout. So that's a balanced fan. You will always hear a little bit of motor noise unless this motor has been balanced by the factory, which most of them aren't, unless you go up to like the Weematex or one of the or MIDI fans, the what do you call it, the jet fan. Some of these others, they'll actually balance the motor. So these motors are lower quality. They're good, but they may or may not be totally balanced. So you're going to hear some motor noise. No matter what you do, you will hear some motor noise. And as long as you can hear, the way to know that it's motor is if you hear it when it's off the table, and when you put it on the table, you can't hear it any more than it is off the table. So there's no more vibration. That's it. We're good. That is done. And it took a little while because I had to go back and retrace my steps, but for the most part, it wasn't all that bad. All right, let's see what he wants to talk about now, because are you done?
I don't know, man.
So let me go back and look at the chat, because I've been doing other stuff. I haven't been looking, on top of trying to do this here. So that's balancing a fan. That was probably a little longer than it should have taken, just because I had to retrace my steps, but it was done.
Well, also,
So Andy Cho, as let me put your question up there. Balancing a fan is only required if the fan is bad.
that's what I said.
The new fans that you're getting from Freewing are balanced. The new fans from FMS are balanced. The new fans from E-Flight are balanced. So for the most part, they're good. Only time you're going to need to rebalance is if you have to change the rotor.
Weemotech.
So hopefully you guys were able to see what it was that I did, and hopefully it makes sense.
That's my old man now.
In between my sniffling and other crap.
Right.
Hopefully that worked. But there's another one here too. I should run this one up too so you can hear. This is an E-Flight. I'll run this one up.
I need a haircut, man.
So y'all can hear.
I need a haircut because...
So that's done. Mike Finn, he's probably not in here, but this is his
No,
phone.
I was texting him while you booted me out.
This is for you.
He was putting nose weight in his Arrows P47 because I gave him lead, and then I was telling him that you got his fan to sound perfect, pretty much.
Perfect. Good. All right. So now we have this one that had already been balanced. Ooh, that sounds really good.
See, guys, he might have booted me out, but at least I was being productive while I was booting.
The 80s. Yeah, just be productive and don't bother me. So the this is the 80.
Oh, that sounds really good. Damn.
The 80s always sound a little different because the motors are better.
That sounds even better.
Yeah. Just the 80s sounds different. So the blades have less pitch, so they sound different. But there's the marks that I make. This is one that I had already balanced. So that's good to go.
Dave, that's funny. Are you making a list of the most annoying things on Earth? He was stupid.
What the hell was that?
I don't even know what the hell that was. They're probably watching TV and they're freaking out.
All right, guys. So that's it. That's balancing in a nutshell. Once you get good at it, you can have a fan balanced in as little as like 15 minutes. I've done them at the field. I've done one. A couple like this.
Pull up in this thing.
I've done a couple of these at the field. The ones that are a little bit harder to do are the the older free wing outrunners. Those are harder to deal with. But,
those mags sound very rough in that. Oh my god, dude! Our Cessna's so stubborn. I swear to God, I'm so done with that thing.
Your what?
Our Cessna is like the closest thing to a human. It just sometimes just is like no. We flew last night, right? We landed, and we taxied. I parked it at the fuel line, and I put gas in it. My mom went to the airport restaurant and ordered food. And of course, it's like a human. You do something, and then you're like, you think you're done, and like, no, okay, I'm done. Yeah, it wouldn't start when I was at the fuel island, so I had to manipulate the thing, and it finally came alive.
All right, so Angelo, good question. What's needed to do this? Fan to ESC to receiver? I can't think. So, hold on. Stream. If you don't have it in the plane, you need a servo tester and an ESC, and this one has a UBEC to power the BEC. Normally, if you have an ESC with the BEC, that's fine. But I had a spare BEC for this, so this is from a crashed plane. So you need this and a battery. Oops, sorry for the bump. And the battery. And then you can get started. So that's the first part. So let me get to the banners and I'll show you. So this is where we started. These are the tools that you'll need. You need some electrical tape. Electrical tape that you cut into squares like I did there. And then you need sharp scissors for that. Scissors for that. And then blue or black work the best. Blue or black Sharpie work the best because see, that was a black pen that I used, and it left a mark where you could actually see it on the rotor, even though it's black itself. Actually, this is blue. This is blue.
You need sharp scissors to cut your balance leads.
So that's that. And then you need a battery. The main thing to remember, you do not need to run it up to full speed. If there's vibration at the low end and at the low end, you're going to have it anywhere else. So it's better just to run it up just barely above idle.
Exactly. You don't need 100 amp ES06S pack. You just need to idle it.
Right. You're not going to full speed. I never went above. I didn't even go above a quarter. I was really low as I was running it up. Only run it up to full once it's in the plane. And
yeah, doing it in your hand is just not safe.
That's not safe. You will slice your hand. And the thing will shoot out of your hand. You'd be surprised how much power.
Oh, they're powerful. When I got that F-22 paired to me, I went to like 3/4 in my hand, and it wanted to take off.
Yeah. So, RC Air Marshal, I think I have. Give me just a second. I will show you an FMS 90. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
I couldn't make it the whole time, man. You missed it. I was just staring at the camera the whole time, like.
Yes, guys, he's creepy.
I'm not creepy. I'm not a creepy person. I will say that.
All right, so this is one of my customs that I never actually did get to fly in a plane yet, but I made some changes. I sharpened the stator's special motor, and this is an FMS rotor and spinner. So RC Air Marshal with the FMS, these are a little different because they've got holes for air, so you're limited with what you can do. You have these spots in between where you can use, but then when you get to the holes, you can't use the whole area, just that one spot. So the fuck, you can't control yourself and not make noise?
Look what Joe Pellegrino said, and you'll understand.
Jeez. Yeah, that's about right. But so as you're balancing with this one, you have to make some adjustments.
Dave, come on, man.
Just because of this. So there's holes there. You've got to avoid those holes. That makes it a little bit harder. On these setups, you have to usually balance in multiple spots, but it's not that bad. So does that make sense, RC Air Marshal, or you need more explanation? Yeah, this is a setup that I never did get to try. Actually, you know what? I know who did get to try this. Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon had that setup
in his F-18, and that works really good.
Don't worry, that's the chair.
So, anything else?
Can I finish what I was going to say?
As long as I'm not talking, sure.
Oh, well, Alan Gentry asked what I was talking about our airplane, about how it's like a human that just doesn't want to work sometimes. That was fun. Last night, I spent like 20 minutes trying to get the thing to start. It's like an old car. It's like, nope. Even though it had already flown for an hour and it was nice and warm, nope.
So, RC Air Marshal, this is going to be the same as what you have. All of this is going to be the same. Ignore this, but this is going to be the same. And it's attached the same. This is the same too. So the balancing is the same thing that I did in here. It's no different.
So, yeah. Dude, that, you know, I go to start it normally, right? You know, it's hot. So, you know, no, I didn't give it any shot to prime, you know, and I full throttle, because it's a hot start, so full throttle, mixture out, just kept turning the key, wasn't doing shit. Well, I was turning over, but it wasn't firing. So I was giving it fuel, I was trying, like, mixture in, throttle back, pumping the throttle, just wouldn't work. So now it's just like, you know, and I gave it a bunch of fuel, and it was probably flooded. So I'm like, okay.
Did you flood it?
No, I didn't. I didn't flood it. It just didn't want to work. That's like our Pawnee. It did the same thing. It was flying all day, and then he parked it for 10 minutes with the engine off. And then it literally would not start. Like, they did everything, it would not start. But then the next morning it started fine. But
magnetos?
No, it's not the mags. Well, actually, the Pawnee, the P leads clogged up. So it was suffocating. But so I was like, you know what? Let me try this. So I did an idle cutoff start with mixture out full throttle. I turned the key, and I was like, let's wake this thing up. Full throttle. I pushed the mixture, and boom, 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 bam! And then it waked up. I'm like, there it is. No, it wasn't a vapor lock, Fred. It wasn't a vapor lock.
I'm trying to think of what would have done that.
It was just being stubborn. That's just how airplanes are. Airplanes are airplanes. They're all shitty.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah, but I just it just
So, air marshal, from here back, you don't need to worry about that. The balancing is always going to be the same for here. But this one's powered by an outrunner, by an inrunner. Yours is an outrunner, but still, this part's going to be the same.
Yeah, our airplane's always been like that. It did the same thing to me a couple weeks back. It would like pop, and then it would die, and then it was like, yeah. There's been times where I'll like get it started. You get it started, and then let it rest at 1,000. There's times that it'll have been started for 5 minutes, then it'll just kind of plump die when it's cold.
What's the deal with that? That's usually like
it's because it's cold, man.
That's usually the sign of spark plugs not being any good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially if it's hot and you try to start it and it won't start. That's usually a sign of bad spark plugs.
If it's hot, it starts fine. You can hold the key for 2 seconds and it's alive. It's when it's cold. It was cold last night.
Okay, that's what I mean.
It doesn't start when it's cold because that oil's so thick.
It doesn't start when it's cold.
No.
Yeah, well, that's normal. But if it doesn't start when it's hot, that's not.
No.
A motor that doesn't start when it's hot is usually spark plugs.
To be fair, when I parked it last night at the fuel island, I was sitting there for like 30 minutes before I tried to start it again. So
but then it wasn't really warm.
Whatever.
It's an air-cooled motor, and if it's windy out there,
it was dead calm, and it was like maybe 50 degrees. But, whatever. I got it started. I got back to the hangar. I was so close to like walking all the way to the hangar, grabbing the tow bar, and just walking it back to the hangar. I was like, I'm not gonna. Whatever.
You know what's funny, RC Marshall? I've got them all. I have a 50 and a 64. I'm just not going to bring it down here. So, yes, RC Air Marshal, you can put an inrunner in yours. It will require some changes, but you can do it.
The FMS housing, you can.
You can fit a 36 millimeter in there.
Also, with this one, I have one that I can make that work with too. This one. Frank did this with his. This one, the MiG-17 stock fan.
Yeah, and I was going to do that too. I was going to put a 36 millimeter in there. Yeah, you can put a 36 in that. That's the outrunner.
I'm impressed with how the MiG-17 performs with the inrunner railing. I was flying it this weekend. I also did enable the gyro in it. So, I haven't flown it with the gyro yet. I just did it this morning. The plane flew great, but it wasn't perfect. I mean, the plane's not going to fly perfect. I can tell you that. The MiG's the kind of plane where you do a roll, it'll kind of keep rolling one way. It's not precise, but it flies. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan, I'm sure I don't think the mags have been overhauled on that plane, and I don't even know. It's been a while, probably.
That could be it, because it's going to be spark if it's not starting.
Yeah.
If it doesn't want to turn over, it's going to be either a mag or the spark plugs.
Yeah, the annual's coming up soon. No, but like I said, once the plane's started, you do a mag check and you run it, the mag's sound fine. There's always those engines that are just super, super, super stubborn. That's literally our Pawnee. It will, even if it's hot, the engine will be perfectly fine. It's just like, no, I'm not working. Not today.
So, do I have an FMS? I don't think I have an FMS down here with me. I have one upstairs. The FMS rotor, the FMS housing will fit a 36 millimeter in here. This is a 40, but it will fit a 36.
Yeah.
In the FMS, you can't go bigger than that, but it will fit a 36 really easily. I've done it.
Yeah, my F-22 is like that. It's a 40 millimeter shroud. It has a 36 mil motor in it.
Yeah.
If you screw it in, it centralizes it perfectly.
Yeah. And there are new FMS fans coming out. There are new inrunners coming.
Uh-huh.
There's
I
a
think
6S inrunner. Yeah, 6S inrunner. It's 1900 kV, I believe, or 1850. On 90 millimeter, 1850.
Oh, a 90?
Yeah.
I
So
think my F22 needs to go to a new home. I just need to find one. It's gonna be Jack, but I can't. He doesn't ride in the front seat, so.
All right, y'all. So, any other questions before we get on out of here? It's almost 9 o'clock. We've been going for a while. Hope you guys are able to learn something. That's my intention with these shows, is to
learn two things on these shows.
Try to share some of my knowledge with you guys.
There's always every week you learn something new, but then every week there's something that is just how to deal with idiots.
Something what?
There's every show, we do something different. Like this week was fan balancing, last week was, how to repair a fan.
Right.
But there's always that one thing in these shows that you learn throughout every show. Every show.
What, that Nate's annoying and needs to be shut up sometimes?
Yeah. It's yellow, baby.
I need to get the whole lineup. I need to get some 64 and a 50.
I don't have a 50. I do have 64s, though. I don't have 50s though.
Yeah, I've got both. I just don't have them out here.
Nate needs a muzzle.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this is an on-the-fly thing. I promised that I wasn't going to get anything set up, and I was going to do it all, just as it happens. So,
Dave, it's weird how you know these things.
And a loose boot. What?
It's weird how you know these things, Dave.
That's TMI. TMI. Okay, so yeah, RC Air Marshal. The Outrunner is a 1900 kV. Now the issue is, yeah, you don't have to mess with it. Don't. It'll work fine.
What's that, Max? Damn, what's up, Max?
If you want a little extra performance, you can leave that kV the same at 1900, but put in an inrunner, a 3674 inrunner, 1900 kV, and it will give you a significant boost in power. The weight will go up a little bit, but it will give you a big boost in
Max,
power.
isn't it like almost midnight for you, dude?
It's going to be midnight in 5 minutes.
In Virginia.
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 What's happening, Max Willig?
That's why Max goes to Virginia Tech, because he's a Virginia.
So the next thing going on this plane will be a burner.
You were the one that said SBD.
Yep, he did. He's killing himself in there with the SBD.
I didn't think that would contribute to what RC Air Marshal says. It's not being loose. It's being able to control it. Fluctuate.
RC Air Marshal 2200. I think I know somebody who did it. It will work, but it'll be an amp hog. It'll be crazy fast for about a minute.
2200 on a 90, bro. Holy shit.
Frank did it. It worked on the FMS. It works, but the downside is the amps are pretty high. So you want to be between 1800 and 2000, and that'll be good.
Aviation and fun. The FMS Avanti is fast, but it's easy to fly. That's the thing. If you don't have to go fast, but if you want to go balls to the wall, it is fast.
The FMS is really good, because you can do everything with it.
Max is
not fast or slow.
2000 on 90. Yeah, the Leopard 4082 2000 kV on the FMS is a good setup for the F15.
Yeah, the FMS can do it because it's got low pitch. Any other fan?
You do it with a free wing, like Ray did with his F22 with the free wing.
No,
good power, but good luck to your batteries.
Yeah, the one I have is 1730 kV in my F22.
Dude, I remember the day you flew that thing, and that was the day we all got the Havocs. That was 110 degrees. It was brutal.
Yeah.
Keon and I Havocs, they sounded like shit.
Weird, because it's too hot.
No, they the balance on those.
Oh, they're terrible. That's right.
That's because that was when E-Flight was taking all those fans apart and like not putting them back together very well. Well, and the Havoc was so fast that all that airflow would knock the spinner loose on the old 2000 kV.
Yep. It's because this is plastic.
Now the new Platinums are.
I've got one of those. Let me grab it. I got one of those ones with a different spinner.
Yeah, I'm tired. Does anyone know if the Avanti will balance out of the box? Yeah, it aviation and fun. It should. If you put that 4,000 all the way forward, it should be fine. Now, the FMS Avanti. If I got that, I would fly it with these. I have these packs. These are really good. These are 650 grams. These would be perfect for that plane because these weigh just about as much as typical 4,000. The Spectrum packs are really light. These are great packs. Don't get me wrong. And keep in mind, I still have my balance. So I didn't chop it off. They're just too damn expensive. Like so I would never buy these again. But they're great packs.
These are the two fans. These are both the same size, almost the same. This is the one that they started using. Got metal infused in the rotor. This spinner is metal. It's just better altogether. Because once this thing starts spinning fast, that spinner has a bad tendency to just spread out.
But Max,
and this is what holds on there. Huh?
Raise F5 is still faster, Max.
It's ugly, but it's quick.
Now, I bet you if you put that fan in like a fresh, clean airframe, it'd be even faster. Because, you've got the thumbprint drag on your F5. And
it's got character.
Can I fly that? I want to fly that.
No, you can get your own. That one's a special plane. I don't let anybody.
When the Swiss one comes back in stock, I will for sure be buying that. But Motion is just like, no.
I don't know what's going on. Especially, I'm kind of pissed. I should get that thing and show you guys.
Do it. You may as well.
Show you the footprints.
Open it. I want to see what it's damaged.
Let's see.
Why not? You can do it on that table.
Yeah, I got room. I just got to get this other shit out of the way. Let's see.
Yeah, Max, we will say your Hobby 32 is fast. It did 200.
There's nothing that can keep up with the Habu.
Dude, his Hobby 32 went 200 miles an hour.
Yes, I was there.
Were you? Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I was.
I remember when you sucked the gear up too early. Good one, Max.
That was funny. All right, so let me grab that box and let's see what's in there.
I need to see this. This is like ultimate well, don't say that, Max. Don't say 201. 199 speed limit. This is like the ultimate, forget what they call it, but it's like this box is messed up. He sent me photos of it. It's like footprints on it. He got the little F-104 after seeing mine fly. We need to see if this thing is completely destroyed or not. The box has footprints. Yeah, Max. 199. Aviation and fun. It's simple, but it flies kind of. It's not hard to fly, but if you're not used to EDFs, it can get bad. Okay, Ray, open it up. We need to see if this thing's damaged. Yeah, dude, look at all those footprints on it.
All right, so yeah, there's footprints freaking everywhere, all over this thing. See, it's all dinked up there.
All right, open it. Let's see. Don't show your address.
Footprints there.
Oh, man, that other side's worse. So much for the fragile handle with care sticker.
That's probably why it's all messed up. Because of that.
Yeah, why do I feel like the boxes that come damaged are the ones that have the fragile signs on them?
That's what happens.
Don't show your address. Okay, we need to see this, bro. Dude, I just need to go over there for your live one day, and while you're talking, if you get a new plane, I can just build it right on the show. Yeah, the F-35 is an easy plane to fly, but if you don't know how to handle it, it can be weird. Especially if you set your throws wrong, especially.
Yeah, it's one of those you have to get right. If you don't get it right, it will bite you.
Aviation fun. The Freewing F-16, the E-flight's great, but out of the box, it's not as good as the Freewing. But it's got the Thunderbird. Thunderbirds are cool. But if you've got airplane time, the F-16 is good because the F-16 is it flies advanced, but it can also be very easy.
Man, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this. Oh God, yeah, this is bad.
Oh no! All right, let's read this. Oh no!
Look at that!
Oh no!
Look at that!
Oh no! Okay. Yeah, Air Marshal, that's true. But the Freewing is nice because you can fit a way bigger Like I flew my Freewing F-16 on 6000s. Yeah. Everybody shits their pants when they hear that, but it flies better.
6,200 on mine.
The E-Flight F-16, you can't fit anything more than a 4,000.
And even that's pushing it. All right, let's see what the hell.
Drum roll, please.
What the hell happened? If it's okay, I'm going to be blown away. Oh God, no.
Oh no.
No, I'm not even touching this. I'm just going to send this right back.
Holy crap! Wait, angle it down just a little bit. Oh yeah,
no. The whole thing is just bent. And up in here. Up in here.
Crap.
Yeah, this is going right back. The wings are on the bottom, and that's where all the other damage is.
That thing is wrecked.
Yeah, it's going back. It's going right back.
Bruh.
I'm not even touching anything in there.
Dude, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude, that is so bad.
It's going right back.
Yeah, it's all bent.
All in here. All up there.
Yeah, that's not motion's fault, but man.
It doesn't matter. If there's something wrong, I'm not gonna take it out of the plastic. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna leave it as it is.
Yeah, and you have this proof on screen. If they ask questions, just
that's right when it was opened. So it's got to go back. All of this is just destroyed.
To the scratch and dead pile it goes, Air Marshal.
Literally. There's parts that are okay, but I'm not even going to pull out the wings and stuff underneath because that's going to be even worse.
Oh no! Was that FedEx?
Yep.
See.
You mean Foot X?
I've never had problems with FedEx like that.
I haven't either. This is the first one. But this is going back. I'm not even going to touch it.
That's so bad.
I'm not even going to touch it. The wings, I know for a fact the wings are going to be destroyed.
The wings are probably crushed.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, it's going
on. Jackass standing on the box, man. Seriously. Someone does need their ass kicked. Yeah. That is bad.
So, that's it.
Foot X. That's what we'll call him now. Hey, Foot X.
Yeah. It's nothing but a big old, there's feet everywhere.
Oh, no, that's so bad. Hey, at least mine didn't come smashed. Mine's in good condition.
Yeah, but how's that helping me?
Sorry, I had to.
Freaking butt.
Damn.
Yeah, that's bad. That's just terrible. So, back it goes. It's going right back.
I haven't seen, aside from like freaking Dynam, I haven't seen anything that bad.
I haven't even had a Dynam that bad. So.
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
At least it was the ARF. Aviation Fun, it's the 70. It's the same one that's behind me. That thing is badass. Once you get one, if you get another one that's good.
So, yeah, Andy, this wasn't United's Package Smashers. This was FedEx.
United Package Smash.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're called. That's what they normally call them. This wasn't UPS. This was
I'm gonna tell it to my UPS because my UPS guy, like he's super cool. Like he like every time he knocks on the door, like he makes sure that like somebody answers. Like he waits. Like I've seen him on the ring, like from and I'm not home. He'll sit there for minutes, and he like knows us personally. So like every time I get a plane through UPS, it's like this must be for Nate. It's a big box.
yeah. He's supposed to. They're supposed to do that sometimes.
Yeah, when they're not turned into a panini sandwich.
So yeah, I literally just opened it. So that's the way it came.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I'm gonna have to wait on that one because I got the F-35. The F-35 was fine. The box didn't look damaged at all.
Every airplane in here, aside from like the MiG-17, obviously, has come through FedEx, and there's the occasional like ding from like just packaging at the factory, but like not like that.
Yeah, Andy. Sometimes I've tried to do that, and I couldn't. They wouldn't redirect it. So,
and it came late too.
Yeah. So, we got to do something else. I mean, I have 2 planes to build. I have the F-35 and I have the MiG-29. So
I can do the 35 for you. If you got the fan and everything, I can do the 35.
Yeah, if they're not in stock, I'm just gonna have them give me my money back because that's kind of crappy. I need to do something. Actually, you know what? I'll do it while I'm here on camera.
This should be the ARF Plus. I don't know about the plug and play. Plug and play is out of stock.
This was ARF Plus.
Yeah.
So, and I was looking forward to that too because then I can make it look, do what I want with it. RC model. See, it's nice having a new computer. Then I can do all these things at the same time and not worry about it. Let's see.
It is raining. Nice.
Is it raining already?
Yeah.
I don't think it's made it here yet.
It's not coming down, but it's definitely raining.
There it is. ARF Plus is still in stock.
I hope my whole thing about it is the reason why I got it is because I had to get a plug and play because they didn't have the ARF was actually out of stock, so I took the old Aileron Rates and put the in runner. But my theory on it was like, oh, the plug and play is going to go out of stock, and they're not going to sell it. But if the ARF Plus came back, maybe they'll make a high performance. I hope with better gear. But that's how mine.
Yeah. I ordered the gear too, so maybe it was when they opened it up because they put everything in the box.
Well, if they opened it up, they wouldn't step on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's definitely a FedEx person that did that.
I don't understand why it would be cool.
That's
to do
some young teenage FedEx kid that just got the job and he walked on your box.
Dumbass.
But yeah, that's how my 104 is now. It's basically like a high performance, if you call it. It's got the high performance in runner and then the upgraded gear. It's the exact same gear that's on the F-16.
Yeah, I ordered that too. So I got the gear and I got the airplane. So
you should at least take the gear out to have the gear.
That's what I need to do, but I have to show them the box just as it's opened. Get to my account.
Yeah, only 3 left in stock, Joe says.
I'm seeing 5.
Motion RC.
So I'll have to.
Motion RC. RC airplane, RC helicopter. Ooh, cruise with Kyosho. No, I will not cruise with Kyosho. Sorry.
So I'm gonna have to send a message to them, telling them what happened.
Ooh, I see that F4 on there. I guess nobody's gotten the high performance F4 because there's still no reviews on it. But hey, I don't care. I know it's a good plane.
It's new. It's brand new.
Well, it's been out for like 2 months.
Not the high performance, has it?
Yeah, it has. It's been out for a good minute. It's just probably one of those planes. I mean, it's been out for like a couple of years now. It's one of those planes that's not as noticed anymore. I am very excited for mine, though. You guys will definitely hear the PyRep on it next Monday. And I might have the Focke Wolf stuff. Yeah, plug and play F104 out of stock. Same with the Swiss F5, which is annoying. God, why did they up the price on the Venom to $460? It was $430.
Actually, it was 2. How much was it for? It was like
Well, I'm
$350.
talking about the in runner.
It was $350 for the longest time.
It was it was really cheap. It was actually $325 for the 6S High Performance. Now they've made it $460. Yeah, ARF Plus is in stock. Yeah, there's 5.
Yeah, I saw 5. I got one of those. So I have to send an email to them after this is over. All right, y'all. So how many are left? 27 people. There's still a decent amount of people, but I was about time to know.
Excited for my F4 Phantom and my Buckable 190.
I think it's about time to get going. But
Ray's mad.
I appreciate y'all being here. I'm just tired.
Ray's
I'm like,
pissed.
definitely. I'm annoyed. As soon as I saw the box, I'm like, oh.
Your plane got FedEx exterminated.
Like I said, FootX. It's not FedEx anymore.
Take the pictures, but then get the gear back because you don't have to send that back because that's probably not.
Nope, I'll find it. I'll take pictures of it.
Well, it's probably in that I saw it. It's in that cardboard at the top because I wasn't there when I got mine. So
anyway, y'all, time to get going. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope you guys are able to learn something. That's the whole point in me doing these streams is to try to help you guys with some of the knowledge that I've gained over the years with this hobby. That's pretty much when I started at this hobby. I didn't have anybody to help, so I didn't have anybody to help me. So I'm trying to help people out in a way that will help them get further in the hobby.
This is also a good family show because it shows you how to deal with teenagers.
Or how to ignore them and remove them from the stream.
How to use your.
Speaking of F-104, I got to fly mine this weekend. I haven't flown it in a long time. I flew my 90.
You almost tanked it though when you couldn't hear it.
I couldn't hear it because freaking Mike was hovering right around where I was trying to land.
Big old RV4.
It's making all that noise, and then it was dropping, and I'm like, "Oh crap! Is that sync or is the motor not running?"
Well,
so
I started filming it, dude. Your wheel was like that far from the set of weeds.
I know, and it was punched, so there was a whole bunch of down. There was like a downdraft.
Oh yeah, there's always one at the west end of the runway.
It was punched. It was at full throttle, and it wasn't coming back up. So
I was like, "Oh shit, Ray's about to tank this thing. Let me get it on video."
Yeah. So anyway, I broke the gear, but I was able to fix it and flew it again.
Well, that last landing, it was dark.
Yeah, but it wasn't too bad.
Dude, when I flew the little Arrows P-47, I couldn't see it at all. I was just like, oh. When I was landing, it would hit the ground I couldn't even tell how high it was.
So, guys, if you need help, also, just so you know, if you look at the description in this video, I put the playlist to a link to the playlist for the balancing stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, that's about it. So do all the usuals. Give me some thumbs up.
He got his gripping.
Give me some thumbs up. He's got a burner coming for that too. He ordered a burner. Give me some thumbs up if you like the show. Like it, of course. Subscribe. Turn the bell on. All those things, and let your friends know about the show. Because, like I said, my whole intention is to share knowledge.
It's all out of whack.
So. It's all out of whack. Oh, God. God, I can never get over that. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Need to get out of here. I'm going to start the claim with Motion RC here as soon as I get off. Good
luck getting a hold of them now. It's late for them.
No, I'm not going to try to. I just need to at least get it started because I just got it. So I'll take some pictures. All right, y'all. Time to go. Adios.
Goodbye.
See you guys on the other shows the rest of the week. All right.
Should I name them?
No. We'll do it next time.